about an American businessman who decided he wanted to experience the thrills that bullfights offered in Madrid. Who here has actually seen a bullfight?
Only on TV.
Only on TV. I went to see one for real in Torremolinos, and honestly, I had no idea it was that bloody. It's really bad. Okay. But anyway, so this American tourist, like what I did, he goes to Madrid, he wants to see a bullfight, he's enjoyed a gory spectacle, and he decided to sample the gastronomic delights that were on display and walked into a crowded restaurant just opposite the arena. Once seated, he asked the waiter to bring him the most exquisite dish they had in the menu. Well, the waiter said, the most exquisite thing we have are these 2 huge meatballs and a hot, savory, simmering gravy. Right? He said, great, I'll have that. Feeling satisfied, he said, well, where did this come from? The chef came by and explained, well, you see, this is what the dish comes from. Said, now, given that we're just opposite the bullfighting arena, what you just tasted today was the fresh using of the balls of the bull involved in the fight. That's actually traditional. We have that. And you know what? And the America thought, that's great. Love it. You know, I mean, we bulls got to eat the whole thing. You know, don't put any further waste as far as he was concerned. And he said, this is the most amazing dish I ever had. I want to come back the next time there's a bullfight and try this again. And the chef said, that's great. Fine. Go right ahead. Right? So anyway, he comes back the next time, right? And he found out that he was served a bull, and it wasn't so great. I mean, the bull, you know, the balls are smaller, and it didn't taste so good. We called the chef over and said, Chef, what's this? This is ridiculous. I mean, the meatballs are too small, and they're rubbery in texture. They're almost withered. I mean, what could you do? Why did you serve this? And the chef said, well, you see, it's not every time that the bull loses. I told him to lose every time. Oh, no. And with that, we're going to hand things off to Synnove. Synnove, get up here and make us... Oh, no, you don't have to get up.
Ole, he was kind of passing by Sven's hay barn one day, and he was looking through a gap in the door, and he saw Sven doing this very slow and sensual striptease in front of an old...
That's funny right there.
No, it's not. In front of an old green John Deere tractor, and Sven was twirling around, and he gently slid off the right strap of his bib overalls, and then he did all these classics. Let the overalls fall down to his hips, and he ripped off his shirt, and then he kind of wound up the dance with a flourish. He tore his hat off and put it down on the pile of hay, and Ole had seen enough, so he rushed in. He says, "What the heck are you doing?" And Sven was a little embarrassed. He says, "Well, me and the old lady, we've been having some marriage troubles in the bedroom. The therapist told me I should do something sexy to attract her."
That's a great one. Oh, Lord, I love it. To attract her.
Oh, my God. Farmalls are better than John Deere's anyway, but go ahead. Oh, my God.
Well, I am an Alice Chalmer fan, so neither of those make a difference to me. But
I love you. God, I love you, Synnove.
Well, then there was one. I was listening to some YouTube videos to get ideas just a few minutes before I logged on here, and the guy was telling this joke. Also not very funny, but he was laughing so hard he could barely tell it, so I'll give it Ole and Sven, they joined the Marines, and they got sent to Camp Pendleton. And the captain sent them out to dig some latrines. They were kind of out in the bushes,
Ugh.
and but he gave them a radio, and they could call back if they ran into any trouble. And so they were out there, and Ole, he says, I got to go to the bathroom. And Sven says, well, just go out in the bushes there. It'll be okay. And so Ole's out there taking a leak, and rattlesnake comes along and bites him. and he goes running back to Sven. He says, rattlesnake bit me right on the yonce, and what'll I do? And Sven says, I'll call the captain on this radio. And he calls the captain, Sven does, and he says, Ole got bit by a rattlesnake. What should we do? And the captain says, well, you make 2 little slits, and then you suck all the poison out. And Sven goes back to Ole, and Ole says, well, what'd the captain say? And he says,
You're gonna die.
you're gonna die.
Yeah.
I knew I should have taken some notes. These aren't really going all that well, but I got one more that I can make an attempt on. Ole, he went to confession, and he says to the priest, he says, I've been having an affair with a woman half my age in the office, and we've been carrying on, and almost got caught a few times. We aren't real careful about where we well, anyway. As I say, I'm forgetting these. And the
You're
priest
so
says,
shy. You're so sweet.
no, I'm
Oh, my
not
God.
shy. I'm just forgetful. Well, anyway, he says, priest says, that's some serious sin there. You're going to have to tell some Hail Marys and maybe do community service.
Community service.
No, I don't think so. He says, because I'm Lutheran. And he says, well, why are you telling me this? And Ole says, I'm telling everybody.
Okay, is that it, Synnove?
That, yes, as usual, I quit while I'm behind.